What's up, everybody? It's Sugar Erica from the Classic Line blog. I just came from Town Lake Park. I just want to show y'all I was outside walking 3 miles, and yes, the park is full of people because that's what they do. And it was full of fitness YouTubers, like even like this guy right here with his tripod and everything. It trust me, it's business as usual out here. Now, why am I doing this show on Sunday? I'm sweaty. I just came off this trail. My hair's too greasy. I used too much grease yesterday. I was exhausted. Why am I doing this? One, need some outside air. Everybody needs outside air. Two, I was on the trail listening while I was walking to several podcasts, and I listened to a really good one, a good interview with a billionaire. And Glendon Cameron had recommended this on Facebook, and actually it was like, hey, I'm walking for the next who knows how long. Let me go ahead and put this on. And as I'm listening to it, he's literally describing what the mastermind I just attended and the Zoom call I had with another group, which I'm actually going to be talking about a lot inside the Ultimate Rise Up 20% course, because it basically gave away my game plan. And what's happening right now in the economy is, and as you see in the title, that looters are confused. They're lost. They don't know what to do. I went and stood in the line earlier today before I came out here for the walk, and I was at Home Depot. Now, you guys know, if you watch this channel long enough, that I used to be in management at Lowe's years ago. And the number one thing we used to train on was looters, was people looking to steal. And how do we prevent stealing? We would, give amazing customer service. We would overly talk to them. How did stealing happen every single day, every single hour, all the time at Lowe's and Home Depot? How did it happen? Because the store's full of people who are there just looking, browsing, taking up the aisle space, and the people that needed real help would get lost, would get blended in. So I was there today, and you could tell even the staff was like walking around like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, hey, how you doing? And I realized they didn't know what to do, right? Majority of your time when you're at Lowe's or Home Depot is spent catching looters, but everybody who's there is somebody who's there for essential purchases, or they just need to get out of the house, right? And so when they would walk around, you could just tell they were like, man, like, what do I do every day? What do I do? And it was just interesting to see them, doing stuff in the back, right? So it's pretty cool. Thomas, I don't think he meant any harm, but that's okay. And so I just laughed because I'm like, if they're scanning a store that is sparsely concentrated, that means if you're a looter, you ain't gonna be able to loot in Home Depot and Lowe's, because they like watching you with a hawk. Even with the 6 feet order, they're watching you like a hawk. Okay. And what does that mean? That means you're not looting up in there. Now, who else is gonna be extra vigilant? People at home. People got their cars locked. People at home all day. Unless you're trying to elevate yourself to a home burglary, you ain't doing that. You are not doing that. You ain't going up in nobody's house, because a lot of people you meet who are doing crime, and what I would call soft crime, is they're breaking into cars, which is, they're breaking into unlocked cars. They're going into open doors. You left your garage door open, or, they're stealing packages off your front yard. A lot of these things is what, not just me, but sometimes police officers call soft crime, petty crime. And when you see people can't go to Lowe's or Home Depot and steal like they do, that's usually where they are, at the grocery store, and they can't steal, what they're going to do is start shifting more to petty crime. So you're going to notice doorbell sales are going to go up. Yes, there you go, Ron. Crimes of opportunity is the word. Oh, thank you. As you can see, I've been out here walking, so I had to wipe all the sweat off before I started doing this show. Hold on. Gotta get some more water. I am thirsty. But again, for those of you in the class, don't despair. We're going to be talking about a lot of great topics in the right direction. And I posted that video in there because it's the prime example of what I'm doing. You have to have systems, right? Oh, crime went down 30% Las Vegas. But why did it go down? You have less visitors, less tourism, less places for them to go, less people for them to loot, rob, get in bar fights with, steal from. That's why Las Vegas crime went down. Give it a minute. Las Vegas petty crime and house break-in crime will go up. That part will go up. Because that just is the flow of that. Oh yeah, I was at Lowe's earlier. I was at Home Depot earlier and I took a picture and put it on Instagram. I'll share it in the community section here too shortly. And that's why people aren't coming home. There's a lot of people home. There's a lot of people with guns. So if you're a petty robber, do you want to go from petty robber to elevated and break into somebody's house? No, there's no way you want to do that. And again, 80% of home break-in crime happen when? During the daytime. But domestic violence has gone up too. Yeah. So again, part of what was when I watched this, casinos are closed. That's right. Part of what happened when I watched this interview, the interviewer did an amazing job because he didn't talk through the whole thing, thank God. And this guy is a billionaire. Now, I remember what he was saying that was the best part. When his life was messy, his work was messy. When his life got more organized, his business and his investments are getting more organized. Hence, he's a billionaire now, right? And that's what you're seeing. You're seeing a lot of people who have messy lives. And now they don't have work to cover over the mess, right? So now you're seeing people saying, I don't have money for groceries. I don't have money for lights. I don't have anything. And it's like, wait. How don't you have anything? See, the busyness of work made it cover up where they were messy in life. Now, I posted something where it said 5 grown adults. And yes, they were 5 grown men living in a house. They've all lost their jobs. And now they don't have any food. They don't have any money. They can't pay rent. And again, this is 5 grown men. And people in the comments immediately were like, Erica, don't be judging people. Don't you be judging people. How dare you judge people? People struggling. And what I realized is that had nothing to do with me. That had nothing to even do with the post. It had everything to do with people's internal. Even somebody in the post is like, oh, I'm giving all my tenants free rent. That had nothing to do with the post. That has everything to do with self. Again, whenever you're in this environment, what you have to realize is everything people post or talk about, it has nothing to do with what you're talking about. It is a complete focus on self. It is a complete focus on how can I say something that benefits me? It's a reflection mirror. So anytime I do post, I laugh because I read it and I go, what you're saying is don't be harsh to me. Don't be harsh to my bad choices. Don't be harsh to me because I don't have a lot of groceries stacked up in my house. Don't be harsh to people getting free food. That's what you're saying. And again, this is something you can literally. Kendra from Cali said they've probably been chasing women having fun over 30 for sure. And again, as a single person, well, technically single, not married, single person, I don't buy a ton of groceries. But I'm from the South, so I'll always have a refrigerator full of frozen meat. I'll have beans, I'll have rice, I'll have cans of stuff, and I'll make sure I have a assorted collection, like a rainy day food that I don't want to eat. Like I have to make chili. Oh, I don't want to eat chili, right? But it's a rainy day or what we call an emergency. So there you do it. Yeah, always have some basics. Always, right? So when I was listening to this billionaire, I was laughing because it was everything I had just been in a Zoom call with like 100 people talking about. I was like, oh my God, exactly, right? Because what you're going to happen, what's the only way for this government to kind of grow out of this would be hyperinflation, right? Hyperinflation. And people are like, no, hyperinflation. Because if you go into a deflation, it just kills the country. It kills the country. Now, something he said that was also important, you're going to see manufacturing return. Manufacturing is already big in Dallas. Now, let me make this very clear. We do have 10 million people who just filed unemployment. But guess what? That means 80-90% of everybody else is still at work. I know everybody's like, Erica, be sensitive. What about the people without a job? Listen, man, I hear you. I get it. I understand. You're talking about people losing their job. I'm not being a villain. I'm just saying 80% of us are still at work in some form or fashion. 80% of us are still going about our day in some sort of fashion. And so, yeah, even here's the thing, even 30% unemployment, what you got to understand is everybody's saying, oh, all these people are single. They're not married. You're not accounting for the people that live together. You're not accounting for the couples that live together, right? You gotta come on now. Dallas equal financial sector, Texas, manufacturing, and second Texas hub after Austin, Texas. Yeah, exactly. Austin, Texas is #1 for tech. Okay, and so what people have to understand is a bunch of us are still at work. And I'm out here at the park, and I bet you have to run it up most of these people at this park, and they still at work. They still all have their jobs, tech related. And right now, all the Best Buys are out of laptops because I was getting ready to buy another laptop because I really want to call 2 people back to get them to start work next week. And I only want to have a laptop for them to come work at. I have to wait for them to get shipped here from another Best Buy. And why is that important? Because it tells you that a lot of companies, and it was a big important thing inside the thing, a lot of companies are going to figure out, they're going to rebase. They're going to figure out, who do we really need? Who do we have to keep on? Right? Oh, Minnie Rodriguez, that's the #1, right? And I'll go there in a second. Actually, I'll go there now real quick. Minnie Rodriguez said this, and I'll read it, and I'll go there. Maybe people will start being more humble, start having realistic dating/marrying options, and get more serious about relationships. Now, why I was laughing about that is because I was on a live, and this guy said everybody that's on dating sites are losers, are leftover people. And to me, he sounded like one of those mid-30s black men that don't know how to work computers. So everything super techie is for losers. It's like I got swag, so I don't do that. I don't use computers. And I started laughing. I was like, LR movement, I don't want to roast your dude, but that's what he sounds like. He sounds like one of those people that the computer tech thing has left him. So everybody doing computer tech is losers. And I just thought that was so funny. When the whole time I was listening to him, I was busting a gut laughing. I was like, so you're telling me all these engineer guys, all these business people, all these attorneys online are just all losers, huh? Okay, good to know. Exactly. Yeah, he just afraid to get up to date with technology. That's all he had to say. And so I laughed, and I just went on about my business, because the #4 ways people are getting married right now in America are: #1, friends and family; #2 is their job; and #3, I forgot what the third one is, but #4 is dating, online dating. So he's basically saying a fourth of the people getting married is just, they crazy. Yeah, he's single. I mean, that's what cracks me up when I hear some of these things. And so it's just funny to me, one. But two, what this is going to, I think church is #3. I think it was religious institutions or something to that effect, or college was #3. But what it shows me is, it shows me the level of exposure this person has to society. It shows me that this person doesn't go out and do much. This person doesn't go out and expose themselves to much. And it just cracks me up every time I hear it. I go, he doesn't really expose to much. Oh, I see. He's always out in the club every weekend, where most people are not. And that just cracks me up. And so what you'll see out of this is you will have a lot of people who will either stay together and be strengthened, or a lot of people go, this ain't worth it. I'll get out of this thing because I'd rather sleep on the couch by myself than be at this house. You know what I mean? So you'll have some of that happen in this Rona. Okay. Now, back to what I was going to say about what's not going to change. And you guys totally participate. I need your participation here for this. What are some things you think are not going to change coming this summer, or will come back online? That's a better way to say it. Put in the comments some of the things you think are going to come back in style this summer. Put them in the comments. Let me know some of the things you think are going to come back in style, because I can tell you right now, overspending, that's coming back in style. I can tell you right now, music concerts are coming back. They got to. It's the #1 way musicians make money. And also on top of that, musicians make the 360 deals. Those companies make money off of the musicians going out there. How to Cook is going to come back. That's right. Hair. When these ladies, there's a black girl right now on Instagram. I'm trying to think of her name. Sports, movies, concert. Okay, so she sells hair bundles, and she'd been struggling, and now all of a sudden, but she would go drop it off at hair salons, drop it off at people's house. Guess what? She done made all this money, right? Outdoor body camps. There's one really outside right now where I'm at. Hair, nails, gardening. Yes, gardening's the other channel I'm working on is gonna be. I'm telling you, I already know. I'm so glad I focused on it because I knew it. I know Janet Jackson kicking off her tour. Yeah, Janet gonna be out there. she gonna be out there. Restaurant, bars, personal grooming for sure. I can even tell you right now, there's gonna probably, when they sell tickets to sports, college sports, or even in NFL, what it's gonna say on the ticket is you cannot sue and nobody is liable for any sickness you get at this game. Any sickness you get at that game. Movie theaters, same thing. There's gonna be something on the ticket. Something on the ticket. Nobody's liable for you coming up in here. The gym, oh, for sure. For sure, the gym. Cleaning the house. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Movie theaters, there's been a lot invested in movie theaters. Again, it was showing that movie theaters made $300 billion last year? And now they made like $19,000 this month. Like the whole industry, I kid you not. Like the number was so outrageous. Everybody thought the guy was smoking crack. And they're asking for a bailout because of that. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff that's going to come back online because they're going to force it. They're going to force it. And so what you're having right now is people clarifying needs. What is clarifying needs, right? Clarifying needs. You can super chat. If you have super deep, long questions, you got the super chat. Sorry. Healthy eating, vitamins, health foods are going to come back. Airports and travel. Yep. I'm telling you, listen, clarifying the needs are going to be for everybody. You're going to have friends and family you won't even see after this. You're going to be like, I ain't see them all through the Rona. I'm good. Don't come over here asking for nothing. You're going to have relationships. You're like, I ain't seen that friend since the Rona started. I ain't seeing them no more. You're going to have people who, you're going to have people you just X out of your life. Straight point blank period. And you're learning right now as a family who is vital to the family. Who is the village you can't live without? Who is the babysitter you need help with? Who is the person that just has to be a part of your family's dynamic? People are learning that now. Okay. Businesses are learning. Okay. Today I was on the phone with the insurance company. The girl had like barking. Like her dog is going crazy while I'm on. She's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And she's like popping open the door, trying to get the dog to go outside the door. And I mean, it was ridiculous. But I'm telling you, those calls are recorded. So you know who else heard that call? Her voice. Her boss heard that call. And he's gonna hear it. So again, yeah, you can work from home. You can send a bunch of people to work from home. But if they cannot have if every recorded call they have is like crazy, then their boss is going to be like, hey, out of the 10 calls you had a dog barking in 7 of them. Looks like you're not working from home anymore. But I can't afford to come in. Well, guess what? Then you can't come in. And even when we were talking about buying businesses, this is part of the interview, which you guys got to really check it out. Part of when him talking about buying businesses, people used to say, hey, my business is worth $5 million. Come pay me $5 million. And they would just, of course, make it up for various things, make it enough. And what's going to happen is people are going to go, let me get my little sheet of paper out. And let me tell you what I think your business is worth. And it's going to be like a fire sale. Point blank period. Because either the person will have the choice of to go bankrupt, straight bankrupt, or they will sell to get a break. Your friend is a flight attendant in Delta. She lives in New York. She was just laid off for the rest of the month. Oh, yeah. I mean, I can show y'all on my Instagram where I just posted somebody leaving Las Vegas. It was 5 people on the plane. It was nobody in the airport. All the little restaurants were closed in there. It was closed down. So what you're going to have is companies clarifying needs. And what does clarifying needs mean? If they have to fire everybody and then you talk about picking up new people, it's going to be totally different. Okay, so let me clarify. The whole post office thing. Let me tell you what the post office is doing. The post office is playing chicken. Now, a few years ago, Congress had voted that post office had to fund the pensions. They had no choice but to fund the pensions. So the post office makes money. Let's not get it twisted. The post office makes a lot of money. Millions and billions of dollars, they make it. But what has happened is it almost has to take about 40% out of the budget and put it towards pension. So now if you say, we're going to take away you having to fund the pensions, the post office will be going back to that amazing career. Because I can tell you right now, I know 4 or 5 people who have applied to go to the post office And they had already told him, honey, in 5 years, we can't even guarantee you'll have a job if they keep up with this pension stuff. So the guy went into the military and the other girl went to go be a nurse. Right? So part of that whole thing is they need that relief. And so right now they're going to play chicken and say, well, if the post office shuts down, what are we going to do? Now, this is why post offices aren't going to shut down. They have took over a huge part of healthcare, mailing out medicine, mailing out vital diabetes medicine. They've taken the interest of mailing out a lot of stuff, paychecks, pensions, all kind of stuff. They will not let the post office shut down. Because it's a one man in a post office van or woman dropping mail off at boxes, not talking to people. Now, walking routes, they're probably going to start destroying walking routes. But who's doing walking routes without complaint? UPS and FedEx. So again, when people try to tell you something, you have to dig behind the news and see why are they really doing that? The post office is just trying to figure out how to not pay those pensions. That's point blank, period. And again, that's on them clarifying the needs. Like, they'll be fine if they don't have to do that. And then I was listening to a guy talking about commercial real estate, how commercial real estate is going to literally crash. Why is it going to crash? Because if I sit here and say, hey, this apartment complex is going to make you this many thousands of dollars a month, but we're on a national moratorium for people paying rent. 2 months here, maybe they'll do it again in the fall, 2 more months, right? In December, you never know. Then I can't tell you this piece of paper that is the apartment complex is worth this much. Can't tell you. I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that. It's not worth that. Same thing when it comes to, I'm in a brand new building and I was going to buy, I'm in a contract where I'm scheduled to buy this building. And I was like, there's a crack on the floor. There's a this on this. There's a thing over here. There's a thing in the second building. Until these are fixed, I won't sign the contract to buy. Now I'm in a position where at the end of the year, I'm going to tell them I'm not going to buy it all unless I get it for half price. And they're probably going to do it. They're probably going to do it. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't want to buy it because of the crack in the floor in the second building. But I know the buildings behind us are a slab. They're starting from scratch. And I could make a whole office into 3 or 4 offices and take the whole thing over. And still do it at what? Very low price because commercial real estate is taking a crash. So the guy was in the plaza was supposed to build 20 units. There's only 8 units. He didn't start the construction on other units. Why? Because of what's going on. Also probably because of funding. So now that I know that, I'm in a position where I'm going to win. I'm in a position where I can argue for what I want. I'm in a position where I can say, hey, I don't want this front side of the building. I want the back side of the building and I want 3 units and I want it completely finished being built out and I want it for this price. You got to pay attention. Okay? Because he has no leverage. He has no leverage. Now, also the thing about buying businesses. The interview was great for that, and I'll be talking a lot of that in the class. There's going to be a lot of people selling. And I know people are like, no way. Nobody's going to be selling their business, Erica. People need their money. I promise you. People right now have built up the last 3 to 4 years on bad credit, bad buying up stuff, bad structures. They've been over leveraged. They pay employees too much. They've been keeping their kids hired. I mean, the class I'm referring to is called The Ultimate Rise of the 20%. If any of the moderators are here, if you could put the link in from yesterday, that'd be great. If you can't find the link, it'll be in the description. But this class, it's already, I think, 80 of y'all in the class already. We're getting you guys inside the private Facebook group. There's going to be live Zoom training where we're going to be really breaking it down because for me, I want to be surrounded by people who are like-minded, who know what I'm talking about, who are going in the same direction. And I'm telling you, it's lit. It's lit in there, and I already know it's going to be lit in there. Tuesday is the first class, live training class, because people are like, well, what are you doing? I can't go over everything I want to do here on YouTube. It just isn't the platform for it. But inside that class, I'm talking about what I'm doing, funds, how raising. I've got, I have several different credit people I have bringing them on inside the class. I have several people doing social media marketing inside the class. They're going to be talking. I've got several guys I'm bringing in there because I was just telling this other guy the other day, I said, you need to grow Nita Reeves, just keep your eye out. Look at Ron. You got yours? Good. Okay, you got it. Again, my assistant's emailing all 80 people, so everybody should be getting in. Thank you, Andre Hatchett. You the best. That's the course we're putting in there. But basically, inside that course, I'm breaking down everything this guy's talking about in that interview. I was like, how is he reading my notes? Right? Because I tell you right now, I'm telling you right now, the level up that's coming this year for people who are really serious is about to go down. Everybody who's in that class, I'm giving you all the business because it doesn't matter if I can give you the whole blueprint step by step to make a meal, and someone will be like, huh? I can give somebody a blueprint how to make 10 mil. I can show them exactly what I'm doing step by step and how the end of this year is going to be amazing and absolutely outrageous. Unless they're on the same game plan, unless they're trying to get focused and they're in that class, they will not be knowing what I'm talking about. Half the time when I'm in here talking, people send me messages like, what are you talking about? Huh? Like, explain it. I can tell you right now, prime example, I'm going to give you this. And they were talking about the interview, and I totally 100% agree. When Donald Trump was up there saying, this is the China virus. Oh, profit wages. That class is probably going to be $1,500 or $2,000 by the end of the week. I'm not even going to lie to you. For this week only, it's $150, but probably towards the end of the week, I'll probably get $1,500 or $2,000 because I'm literally going to do live training in it in a private Facebook group, and I'm bringing in all the hitters. I'm bringing in a ton of hitters to help you guys understand how crazy this is going to get. And it's going to be awesome because as I'm sitting here, I'm literally talking to people who this guy just got $100,000 in a credit card. He just opened up a gym, and because his gym has AstroTurf, and he signed up with the high school can bring 10 to 15 kids at a time. Because again, remember, it's not crowd. You can't crowd in groups over 10. So he's got this giant metal facility, AstroTurf, and the football kids are coming in training 10 at a time from the college and from the high school. And they set up in schedules all day. So they'll have 1 hour will be half the football team, and then another hour will be another 10 students, and then another hour, and they have to hurry up and get out, and they have the big fan blowing, and this is up north. And I'm telling you, they're just like, they know what they're doing, man. People are going to make money out of this situation. People are going to thrive out of this situation. You have to determine right now if you're going to be calm or you're going to be out here freaking out, losing your mind. And that's why I put this class together, because I know there's some hitters out here who, if you step up, you're going to win. M Green, the class I'm going to be doing every Tuesdays and Saturdays live trainings for probably another 6 to 8 weeks. Because everybody in that class, there's no reason we can't have builders in that class. There's no reason people going in that class. There's no reason why people in that class aren't going to make $1 million this year. It's so wide open right now. It's so wide open. And I'm telling you, it's not even about money. I've got on the phone with people who just want to get the monkey off their back. They just need the monkey off their back. They just need someone else to be responsible and liable for this company. That's what they need. They don't want to be liable. They don't want to be responsible. They need someone else to be liable for this company. What does that look like? That looks like them not being in charge. They just want to show up and be at work, but not be in charge. And you guys think I'm joking. There's a lot of people looking for looking for opportunity. There's a lot of people who's in their 60s and 65. They love their business. They love the restaurant, or they love the vibe of it, but they don't want to be in charge anymore. They don't want to be in charge of like firing people. They don't want to be in charge of chasing money or getting more income to put into the business. They rather somebody else be doing that, and they just run the restaurant or run the coffee shop. Right? Whose toes did I step on? The times are going to be Tuesday in the afternoons and Saturday in the afternoon. I'm telling you, listen, there's a thing called, they're burned out. That's exactly right. They're burned out. They're tired. Even my landlord I have now over my property, he's just like, whatever. Exactly, been the bartender, but you're not a manager. You're going to be the new owner. And that's part of what I'm teaching in class. And I'm just showing you, I'm bringing in different friends here. What's up, Jamar? My squad here. I'm just showing you how there are people going to be winning. And I'm sitting here telling y'all, do you want to win, or do you want to sit on here and commiserate and complain about how bad it's going to be? That's all I'm trying to understand. And here's the thing, Minnie Rodriguez, I'm glad you're a nurse, but check out Annette's Worth. Go look at her Instagram page. She took Terry's class, started trading stocks. Before she even traded stocks. She took Hood Estate's class, a couple other classes. Now she's buying real estate. She's got rentals. She's got, I think she's making $1,000 a day from stocks, a couple different times a month. And now she's retired. She's not even a nurse anymore. And so I'm sitting here trying to tell you guys, I'm like, if you get dialed in right now, if you get focused, while everybody out here like, we're going to play at the park and we're going to goof off and run with our dog. Now, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being out here. I'm out here. I just did my 3 miles. You need physical activity. You need to have controlled physical life and controlled business, right? That's right. That is true, M. Green. But that's just it, M. Green. Employees are flaky, but what's making them not flaky right now? What's making them not flaky right now? Everybody in the chat, if you know, employees are flaky, what's making them not flaky right now? What's the word I'm looking for that's making them not flaky? What's up? Congrats. Be great. Thanks for purchasing the course. What's making them not flaky right now is fear. What's making them not flaky right now? They need a job. Thank you. There you go, Jamar. They need a job. Capital. Correct, Charlotte Holmes. Them bills. That's right. They can't be flaky. Rona, they can't be flaky. This is what's going to happen. I'm telling you right now. Leverage money. I'm telling all those things. There's a bunch of people who have a wife. And let me even be honest. They have a baby mama or girlfriend at their house right now. She's at home with those kids. She's starting to enjoy it. She's not going back to work. They ain't figured it out. But she knew day 2 she wasn't going back to work. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen. In the fall, if they come up with some kind of vaccine for corona, guess what? For the Rona. I mean, I said it right. She ain't going back to work. She ain't going back to work. She not going back to work. She's going to stay home. If they start saying some crazy rules about your kid got to do this, she's going to go, we can't put our kid in school. I got to stay home with that kid. And guess what? That man going to go, daggone it, she got me. And I better step it up. Because he ain't going to afford to leave. If he leave, now he got to pay child support. Okay, well, come on, y'all. Put it together. Put the math together. They going to stay. And then what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of people. All these women are going to start cooking, cleaning up the house, couponing. How do we have a budget on $2,000? How do we have a problem? How do we set this up? I'm telling you, this is coming. And all these people like, I'm not going to go work for $15 an hour. Yes, they will. Like right now, if you tell some woman with kids, hey, you want to make $12 an hour working from home on the computer with your kids at home? Yes, I do. She'll work her butt off for that $12 an hour. So she can be home with kids. Now, she may not even do all the assignments when you want them, but she might do them all in the morning, then focus the rest of the afternoon with the kids. Or she might do them all in the afternoon, focus the rest of the time with the kids. Jamar, this is correct. Rest in peace to side chicks. Because right now, if you're a woman and that man ain't blowing your phone up every day, Lord, if he ain't blowing your phone up every day right now, you know where you are. I had a friend or two. They used to always be in our group chats. They've been real quiet this whole week. Everybody talking about, your wife got you, huh? Your wife got you. Can't get in the group chat and act silly at work like you usually do. Trust me. Okay? And this is a trickle down moment. And if you're a woman, you better be paying attention. This is a trickle down moment where you figure out if you got a job or you got a career. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're going to figure it out real quick. And there's some men that ain't nobody was looking at. But all of a sudden they're like, oh, look at you, Fred. Looking good. Looking real good, Fred, with your button-up shirt on. I'm telling you. Listen, Minnie, when women, there's a lot of women saying, oh, I just can't wait to be back to work. Give them another month where they start talking to their kids. They start cooking with their kids. They start being home. They start relaxing. Because let me tell you something. There's every study in the world, I can go show you this, that women that work, their testosterone is higher. Their stress is higher. Their cortisone levels are higher. So when these women start staying at home and they stress go down and they start feeling calmer and they start dealing with the kids, they ain't going back, baby. They not going back. And I promise you that everything I've set up in my companies and my business is for me to be at home with some kids in the bed. Okay? Y'all think I'm joking? Okay? And that's why when that guy said that the other day, I busted out laughing because I knew he's one of those guys. He doesn't know how to get on the internet well. He doesn't know how to do stuff. So he's like, everybody on the internet's a loser. All these online dating folks are losers. But how you going to meet people when most people are going to be staying in the house the next 6 months? You just standing on the corner looking hobo-ish? You standing on the corner hollering? There ain't no club? What you doing? So this is how I know somebody's behind the times and they're not with technology, because they say something like that. Right? Or if I say, they're like, Erica, how'd you meet it? How are you dating a judge? How are you dating an engineer before that? How are you dating a person? Because I go to banquets. I go to conferences. I go to seminars. I go to urban event leagues. I go to events where powerful people are. I go to events where nice men are. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand that. See, people tell you when they talk where they hang out at. That's why every time someone tells me, oh, I ain't not finding nothing but these raggedy bamboozle women. Where you finding them at? And then they get real defensive and they go, I find them out in public. But you're not telling me where you found them at. Tell the truth, brother, and shame the devil. Tell me where you found them at. See, they don't want to tell you that part because then that'll reveal where they hang out. They hang out at the boom boom room and then they mad because they meet Sheila from the boom boom room. That's over. That's over. That's over. Sheila from the boom boom room, if she got kids, she gonna be at home. She gonna be at home. That's right. Last question. If I missed a class to work, will you have them? I'm just telling you, listen, at the corner store, I'm trying to tell you, people that are successful are going to be partnering up like never before. I'm telling you right now, as I sit here, somebody was inviting me to a small dinner, a group of people. And it was like they were getting ready to plan out the fall for church Bible study groups. And they had called up all the single people of these different groups to come up here and talk with it. And it was only a group of 10 of us, so we weren't breaking the rules. And I looked at that room and I said, these is the finest Christian singles I've ever seen in my life. Where y'all been at? Okay? You're about to see them, okay? Because they've been at the house, okay? Now, something that's also going to happen in the next 3 months is you're going to find all these equipment for sale. All these equipment for sale. Oh, yes. I will have the replay in the class. I will have the replay in the class. Anytime we have a live recording, it'll be recorded. What you going to start seeing? What you going to start seeing now? The cream is going to start to rise real fast. By the fall, you're going to see some people's lives change. Oh, computer equipment for cheap. Phones, cameras. Used cars. Listen, the car behind me that's parked behind me right now is a Fiat. I love those Fiats, but I refuse to pay $8,000 for it because I saw a Fiat once for $4,000 and I said, I'm never going to pay more than $4,000 for it because I done seen it for $4,000 somewhere. I'ma wait. Okay. And Turo cars, Turo. It's where people rent cars from people. And I was in an Uber and I was telling the guy about it and he looked so lost. He was like, I've never heard of that. What do you mean? What do you mean? I said, yeah, Turo, where you rent your car? You can rent your car out? I got 3 extra cars sitting at my house. They can all rent out. Now, I asked him, well, how you got 3 extra cars? And he said, my kids are all at college. They don't need cars. They're at colleges where a freshman, you can't drive a car. Okay. Oh, really? Solid stuff to wealth? Dang. See, thank you for telling me that. I learned something new every day. Company just donated 200 office shares at my job. See, that's crazy. See, this is what I'm telling y'all. See, people out here got you feeling like it's gonna be hell. It's gonna be terrible. Oh my God, there's gonna be skanks in the streets. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. No, it's not. This is what's about to happen. There's gonna be a leveling. There's gonna be a leveling. You're gonna start seeing people get that rise up in life. Do you see what I'm saying? Listen to me. You're going to start seeing people get that rise up in life. And then you're going to see people who are going down. My daughter in ATL just rented her minivan at Turo. There you go, Tamar. There you go. Listen to me. The biggest rise up you're going to see is going to be right about now. Look at these. Look at that. Look, I'm going to show y'all this. 40% of these buildings are empty. In every building, about 40% is empty. Even back here, look at these condos. I want you to see them. Now, what do you think happens to the price of this $400,000 condo in a few months? What do you think happens to them? Y'all see these condos I'm showing you? These buildings? There's Google. Google's right there, right in front of us. Okay, now what do you think happens to these buildings? Oh, they still building. They're going to have 37 more skyscrapers. They're already planned. But they're going to go down. They're going down. They're going all the way down. Yeah. Now, again, I've lost track of the guy, but if I can go find him again, I will find him because I would love to hear an update on his story. He, excuse me, I think I might need some more water. He was Vietnamese college student, could not technically have a job. Somehow raised enough money tutoring, and honestly, if he's honest, he was writing papers for people over here at UT. If he's honest, he was writing papers for people at UT, and that's how he made all that money, because he hangs out with these white fraternity boys. And he bought 3-4 Honda Fits, and he had them all on Torino. And he's like, yeah, I'm making like $2,000 a month off each car. And now I'm going to take that money and do this and that. He's like, I send about $600 home to Vietnam to my parents, but this is amazing. And I go, well, will you get in trouble because you're not supposed to have a job? He's like, I don't have a job. Only thing I've ever done is tutor students. And immediately when he said tutor, I know he meant I write papers for college students. That's what I knew what that meant. Okay. And this is the time to shine. My friend that went over to UCLA and got $1 million in scholarships to go to medical school, and he was the only black guy in the whole medical program. The only other 2 people that qualified as minorities were 2 white guys. And the rest of the class was Asian and Indian. Trust me. He took every bit of that money and bought a condo in San Fran, Airbnb, and now making $17,000, $18,000 a month. He bought into some startups. They hear him produced him some money. I'm glad he got it. Because not all of them startups going to survive. Thank you, Alice Hardy, for the $5 super chat. Thank you. And what I'm telling you is, people in my class, that's what we're going to talk real business. Because every time I'm on here, people are like, what? Huh? What? What is that? Explain it. I can't do that. I cannot flow the way I want to flow, like I'm going to flow in the class. Because I already know, baby. I already know. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to come into a business. Somebody's going to be wanting to sell. And you're going to be in there. And you're going to be like, they're like, I want this much money. Well, Miss Lisa, I'm looking around. You got this employee, this person, this. I can't take all these people. If they're willing to renegotiate their paycheck, I can take them. Now, most people, if they're making $25 an hour, $33 an hour, they will not be coming down to $12 and $15 an hour. They ain't even taking part-time pay. They're not even taking 5 hours a week. They're going to do what? Release them. Fire them. That's what's going to happen. Now, the new person is going to come in and buy the business, and then hire people who can do that same work you do, who are where? Fresh out of college for $10 to $12, $15 an hour. And people are going to say, oh, college students won't put up with that, Erica. Yeah, they will. They've been putting up with it already. But guess what they were doing? They were waitressing. They were delivering pizzas. They were doing jobs they didn't even want to do. Now you ask them to do something technology related, computer related. That's where they're going to win. Because that's what you're going to need in your business. Now, are you going to need, business is going to need mechanics, they're going to need plumbers, they're going to need AC guys, they're going to need people fixing stuff. Heck yeah. There you go, Cam. Bring it on in, Cam. We'll bring you in. Cam has said he has a game on predictive analysts for business owners. Happy to share with the course. Thank you, Dark Man Jeff, for the $5 super chat. Just got the course. Beyond nervous, but I know it's time for me to take that leap. Yeah. And it's when you decide. Because really right now, what you need is people with level heads who will stand on top of the chair and go, let me look and see. Okay, I'm going to do this. And I get it. I get it. Some of y'all just want me to talk about what should the average person do, Erica? Well, shit, if you're an average person and you don't really want to change your position in life right now, what you should do is stock up on some food, have some firepower, and just, wait for, your job to come back. That's what I'm going to tell the average person. That's what you want. That's what you want. I mean, that's what I got for you. That's it. Pay your debt off. Okay. Pay your debt off. Dave Ramsey. Okay. That's what I got. That's it. But everybody else that wants to be in that 20% that you know are going to rise up in this economy, and it doesn't have to be black, white, Hispanic, or Asian. It's the people that are paying attention. Because I'm telling you right now, I've been to some events where the black guys in there, suits, ties, they look like Todd Millies, a bunch of Todd Millies. And those guys, they're going to rise. Student debt or no student debt, they already are in proximity to people that are making big decisions. And that's the problem. A lot of y'all don't have anybody in proximity that you make big decisions with. Right now, you don't even know who in your town, who's running your town. You don't even know who's on some of these commissions and boards. You don't know who's running some of these events. You don't even go to your Chamber of Commerce events. You're not in proximity. And we're going to talk about that. Neymar Musial, the course is called the ultimate rise of the the ultimate rise of the 20%. And Andre Hatchett and people have been putting it inside the class. It's going to be $150 a week. I ain't going to lie to you. That's what it's going to be because you're awesome people and I want to start it out low. But guess what? Next week, when I start bringing my credit friends on, when I start bringing my social media friends on it, when I start bringing people to train inside the classes, I'm telling you right now, I'm probably going to make it $1,500 to $2,000 in range. I don't know, maybe more. Probably run ads on it. So I'm getting you guys in there because I already know. And it's going to have a private Facebook group. We're going to have a good time. Because there's levels of conversations of stuff I want to talk about that I can't sit here and talk about with 1,000 people on YouTube. We all won't be on the same boat. Jabrash, I probably will open it up for affiliates. I got to see how the first week goes. But the best thing I do right now for myself, right now is I'm in weekly, like once or twice a week, I'm in things where it's a lifetime access. Yeah, Nicole. I'm in there twice a week in conversation with people about credit and business, where they see the business spectrum going, all stuff. And it's some of the best conversations I ever have because we're all tuned in talking about where we're going in business, where we're going for the rest of 2020. No, Dark Man, it's only 150. This just for this week. It's 150. You're in. Anybody after this, it'll be 1,000, 1,500. It'll be high. It won't be cheap. I'm just doing that because you guys are my YouTubers and you guys are here and you guys know when you stop seeing me do lives during the week, that's what I'm doing. I'm training. I just won't be here. I'll be training. Yeah, focus on a more common goal, VC. I'm telling you, because like there's some things you can get down and talk about in niches that you can't talk about here. Six Shop, thank you for $2 super chat. Will this help if you're starting out again? I put that, if you look at some of the course titles, they say, what would I do if I started over? What would I do if I had $1,000? What would I do if I had $5,000? What would I do if I had $100,000? I'm talking about some things in trucking. I'm talking about things in buying businesses. I'm talking about buying land. I'm talking about real estate. I'm talking about some credit techniques in there, different things. We're going to be breaking it down. And it's going to be on Tuesdays and Saturdays, I think. It'll be like 2-3 hours, the lives, because it'll be some teaching, but it'll be some interaction. And then inside the Facebook group, we'll be doing some talks because you can see right now, if you're in the Classy Clown Facebook group, they're in there dropping bombs every day. Like, yo, here's free tech training. Here's free job courses. Here's free LinkedIn this. Like, they're dropping bombs inside there. And people aren't paying attention that's the $10. That's the $10 Facebook group. What do you think we're going to be talking about in the other one, in the private Facebook group from the class? Whole different level of conversation. And I've talked to people about hyperinflation. And if you look at South American countries and Argentina, just for the record, Argentina will fall again. It just will. Brazil's next. You know how you notice the last 2 years you stopped seeing all these people talk about Brazil and how they partying in Brazil? They haven't been doing that because inflation's been through the roof. Who's the only people who've been enjoying Brazil and Argentina with the inflation as high as it is? Who's been enjoying it? It's been business owners because every week they can change the money. Right? Sandwich was $5, now it's $10. Sandwich was $15, now it's $20. There's a whole like right now, I'm sitting in here in my car. There's a whole trucking group going by, and there's a YouTuber hanging out the side of the window recording them. I kid you not. Let me see if they loop back around, this will be great. Great video, but I don't think they are. It's a truck club. Again, people are still going to go out, and I think this is funny. This is how it's not funny that people are losing lives. Let me be very clear. It's funny that people don't realize 80% of people are still going about their life like nothing happened, and will continue to. We'll probably find out later that a ton of people have antibodies to this thing and are just fine. That's what we're going to find out. The flu kills more people. I promise you. And people are like, Erica, you're being insensitive. People have died. I'm not. I'm not being insensitive at all. I'm being legit serious. Every single person that has died had an underlying illness. And the more we research, that's what all the data is saying. You've been sick, you're overweight, you're not drinking water, you don't take vitamins, you got a tummy issue, you got an autoimmune decision, you got, bad something, again, it keeps showing that. So what's going to happen when you get about 3-4 months in? Young, healthy people are going to be like, yeah, I'm going out the house. You know what? Young, healthy people are going to I'm going back to work. You know what? Let's have football season. Let's look at the basketball players. Yeah, some basketball players have been sick, and guess what? They all recovered. Guess what those basketball players are drinking and doing every day? Water, vitamins, supplements. If you're in my class, you're going to see right now how I have Shopify sites right now. And I have some stuff I'm putting together on vitamins, supplements, hair supply stuff. It's going through the roof. It's going through the roof. It's going through the roof. Again, and this is what I'm telling you. This week it's $150. I'm not going to change it. Once you're in, you're in. But everybody that comes after y'all, probably $1,000, $2,000 class, $1,500, $2,000 plus class, because I know what we're bringing in there. Cutie pie, thank you. But yeah, I just know what I'm bringing to this class, and it's going to be worth it. Because I was talking to this guy, and he was saying he was going to make $5 million this year, and everybody was laughing at him. And once he broke down his business plan to me, I was like, yes, you're going to make it. You know when you're going to make it? You're going to make it this summer. You're going to make it when they get these stimulus packages. You're going to make it in the fall when the kids go back to school. You're going to make it trust me. Once he broke his plan out to me, I was like, you're going to be fine. You're going to be just fine. Right now, about 6 months from now. What is 6 months from now? What's 6 months from now, y'all? What's today? April? I'd say about November, which is sad. But I'm going to say this in November. I'd say about September through November. October. Okay, October, November. What you're going to see is the fire sales. This is when people have exhausted everything. And this is an opinion, okay? But what you're going to see is it's getting cold again. We're going to be back in the house again. Oh no, the school might want to close again. And trust me, there you go. Minnie's telling y'all. The old and sick are the ones passing out. Yeah. Good. Chinese New Year crash. My Shopify. Grandma needs help. I'm telling you, what you're going to see is October, November, the people who have been kind of holding on and BSing, it's going to get real at their house. It's a one-time payment of $150 CD. You're just paying $150 this one time. Anybody that wants to join the class after this week, though, it's going to be more. That's all I'm saying. It's $150. One time payment. That's it. So that's right. Flu season in the fall, and people are gonna be super nervous because they're like, oh my god, I'm sick. Do I have the Rona? No, you just got the flu. You fine. Again, look at all the stuff that's been selling online for people's houses. Organizers to make their house better. Organizers to organize their kitchen, their pantries, their backyard gardens. Everything garden related is going to be crazy. Listen, I've already seen multiple people say if they ask for a vaccine in the fall, their kids are not going back to school. They're going to stay home. Let me tell you, when these women, and that ain't it. Trust me, that ain't it. When these women get the hang of, okay, get the hang of teaching these kids at home, they're not going back. When they start making friend groups with these moms that already because stay-at-home moms, homeschool moms, already have groups of friends. They're already in packs, helping each other teach kids, getting each other's breaks. Okay? They're already doing that. Who's suffering right now? And I don't mean to be ugly, but who's suffering? Single moms. There are several single mom white women from my church who, they're engineers, but they're like, I'm working from home and my kid is here all the time. Oh my God. If that's single white woman engineers, what you think is happening to other women that are single moms? They getting hit over the head like a mollywop. They calling up family and friends like, somebody help. Somebody take a kid. Yeah, Sienna, we're purposely manually adding everybody. My assistant is manually adding everybody. They're manually adding everybody because it is Something's wrong with it. It's got a glitch. Homer's been up on the uptick for a while. Yeah, like let me just keep it to you this way. Right now, sorry, this thing is acting like it wants to die. Right now, we've got people who are realizing there's whole programs out there that you can teach and train your kids, and they don't have to be a part of the school system. And they're like, I can stick with this. Homeschooling has been an uptick for a while. Yeah, the past actual it is a steal. I know, and I'm letting you guys in as I'm being nice, but don't worry. 7 days later, good roof. Almara used to work from home. The freedom is great. Yeah. He's not. Yeah. It's from the bottom on up. Here's the thing. Everybody in that class, you don't have, I'm telling you right now, and I think people think I'm joking. You're not going to need cash. You're not even going to need credit. Like, I'm going to say something, and I'm being careful because I'm trying to save it for the class. For some of y'all, what you're going to learn real fast, you don't even need a bank. You don't even need a bank. You have to have solutions. If you show somebody a solution, they're like on board. And people think, oh, Erica, you're just selling it. You're an overconfident person. I'm telling you, what you're going to learn in class is it's pre-sale. It's like a weekly mastermind. Enroll. You guys will love it. Exactly. And I'm telling you, a lot of people, what they're learning right now is they can't retire. They don't have the funds to. Their company isn't going to let them. Their company don't care about them. And it just got real. It just got serious and it got real. There's people house I've been over right now, y'all. They've got a swimming pool. They got four-wheelers. They got a trampoline. They got basketball courts. They just cutting up. And they're into debt in their eyeballs. And they were like, oh, snap. Let me apply for that SBA loan. And that's why when people tell me something, I just know what type of business people they know. That's all. I mean, I'm not disrespecting or checking anybody or stepping on anybody's toes. I just know what type of business people you know, and I know what type of business people I know. I know service business people who are out here, who've been living nice. Again, same thing with the trucks. When I was subscribed to the class, why most 90% of the whole carrier industry don't get more than 6 trucks. For what? When they make $600,000 off that after taxes. For what? When you're making $600,000 a year, you are 10x over the average American. If the average American, 75 million Americans were making $30,000 a year, and a lot of us making less than that. And then you got another tier of people making 100,000, but that ain't no money depending on what city you in. And you making 600,000 a year, you in a whole nother stratosphere. You're in a whole nother stratosphere. That's just all it is. You in another lane and another stratosphere. Again, I'll even put it to you this way. If you're a person who can have 10 people on staff and they all get paid $2,000 a month, right? That's $20,000 a month. And I can tell you right now, people are like, oh my God, $20,000 a month? They're good in staff payroll? Yeah. I'm telling you, that staff of 10 is going to work harder than anybody else you know. Because guess what? The economy. It's the economy. There's a guy I had a conversation with earlier, and he was saying he was nervous to hire this guy because this guy's kind of new. And I said, but you're in an opportunity where this guy will work for very little. And if he's smart, he'll grow with you. The smartest thing Grant Cardone ever did was hire Jared Glant. Jared Glant breathed life into that whole business. He breathed life into the whole young hustler thing. That's what I'm telling you. Again, when people start telling me, oh, I need $1 million. I'm like, show me a person you know makes $1 million a year. I can show you people right now that make $300,000 and $400,000 a year, and they live better than any person I've ever met in my life. Unless you've got a severe drug habit, you make $300,000. Okay, you gonna pay off your cars? They're gonna be paid off. You gonna pay off your other assets? You gonna pay off your student loan debt? You gonna pay off stuff, and then you're gonna be sitting there like, okay, what else do I invest in? Now, if you're smart, you're gonna say, what else do I invest in? If you're stupid or you got a crazy wife, then you're gonna be like, let's go on vacations. Let's get another boat. Let's get a trampoline. Let's get a basketball court. Let's get some other crazy stuff, right? Again, that's why I said this is going to be one of the biggest transfers of wealth you've ever seen. And you're going to see a lot of people right now. They're going to show you if they have a messy house or a disciplined house. That's what they're about to show you. They're about to show you if they have a messy house or a disciplined house, because there are people I know right now selling their business because they have a messy house. And what does a messy house mean? They're not organized. They're not disciplined. So it's not always going to be about money. It's going to be if you have organization, discipline, and you can come out with a new structured plan for that business. And that's just the truth of it. Now, are there people, they get a couple credit cards, they're living a new life? Yeah. But I can tell you right now, from this past week, I've seen people say, I've called 7 banks and nobody's lending. Because they were doing what? Waiting for the government to say they'll check off this SBA loan. That's what it was. They weren't going to go risk their neck out for nothing. So again, that's why I tell you, after you get in the class, what you're going to see, I'm going to show you, it's better for you have a powerful list of people you can reach out to and connect with. I'm telling you, it's $150 for the class, Fred Redmond. It's $150. But guess what? After this week, it won't be. That's all I'm saying. It's $150. Are you going to post this live? I need to share the message. What message? But yeah, I just want you guys to understand that. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. But this is if you watch that thing, a lot of people that are going to win right now who can do tactical boring. Now, I don't like daily to daily operations. I like big ideals, what I can replace in the marketing. And people that do daily operations are a lot of people. A lot of people love to do admin stuff. A lot of people love to come in. And the class is, again, the ultimate rise of the 20%. And it's in the links. The links they keep posting is the class links. But a lot of tactical, boring techniques that, like my friend this week did reports. And I was like, oh, God, thank you, Lord. Thank you, girl. I'll pay you whatever you want. She's at home with her baby. She ain't going back to work. She's like, oh, if you just pay me this every couple of weeks, I'll do whatever paperwork you need. She loves that. She loves paperwork. Everybody's built different. I could care less for paperwork. So again, just remember, some things aren't going to change. Some things are not going to change. Hyperinflation, if it comes, you better be in a position of owning something. Okay? Systems. If you got systems, people will come work for systems. The number one thing that will stress your new employees out is a lack of system. So if you're in my class, I'm literally going to be breaking it down. You have to have a system. People want to come to work and feel like, okay, I did this. I promise you, this, when I had 2 or 3 days where my manager had to just figure it out, he looked so stressed at the end of every day. But if you come in and tell him, hey, I need these results from you by end of day, people figure it out. Point blank, period. And we'll talk a lot of that in the class. But I'm telling you, like, the data you can get right now from people are willing to work for $12 an hour. As long as they can stay home. Because they got kids. What's the link? #kid. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you right now, there's a guy. He has 2 clients. Each client pays him $2,500 a month. And he's like, he literally reduced all his expenses. So he's like, if I lose one, I'll be okay. People are quick to clarify what their needs are. So you need to clarify right now, what is your need and what is a want? What do you need for your family to look like at the end of this year? What do you need for your living arrangement to look like at the end of the year? Like, what's happening is my friend lives in a neighborhood and it's borderline gentrification. And she already said, if this neighborhood goes left, we're moving over there. She already got a plan, y'all. It's only been 3 weeks in. And she said, this neighborhood is full of blue collar guys and a lot of Hispanic people. There's no disrespect. And she said, it's on the tipping point where it was being regentrified. But if it goes left, we pick it up and we moving over there and we're going to rent this house out. She already got a plan, y'all. We 3 weeks in. This is what I'm talking about. Some people are going to wait to the last minute to make a plan and they going to be hurt. They're going to be hurt because they wait until the last minute to put together a plan. This is the time not to be freaking out. It's the time to be calm. Okay, so this is happening. Are you unemployed? Again, I keep telling people, did you lose your job? No, but my kids are home and it's this and this. Did you lose your job? No. Okay. What are you doing right now? Well, we're cooking more because the kids are home. Gotta buy more groceries. Everything I've seen about this right now is more people in Target and more people in groceries. And what was funny is Kevin Hart was making a joke. I think was it Kevin Hart or was it Chris Rock? Somebody was saying the saddest thing you're learning about Instagram Live right now is all the people who don't have no furniture in their house. All these people with beds on the floor. And I'm for real. You're seeing it left and right. Like all these people talking about, I'm independent. I'm a man with means. They show you their house in the background. They got barely a couch, 2 glasses and a cup. Little Duval. Thank you, Jabras. That's who said it. They ain't got nothing in their house. They broke as a skunk. If you broke right now in this economy and you can't afford furniture in this economy and it's about to go left, what happens to those people? See, all these people that have all this confidence because they a man and they got, look at that, I'm a man with my own apartment. You a man with your apartment with nothing but a couch in it? Baby, that's about to go to the left. Now, is there some woman out there who will gladly move into that apartment because her mattress on the floor? Sure. But I tell you, that's not going to last for long. You're about to see the real numbers. Now is the time to be journaling your feelings. I'm all about that. Journal your feelings. Journal your frustrations. Journal what's going on with you. Take a walk around your neighborhood because what you see all these people walking. They're taking their spouse on walks. They're taking their kids on walks. They're taking their dogs on walks. You're seeing a lot of that. Definitely calm yourself. Write it out. Write it in a journal. Talk to people. Do what you must. But guess what? Winners are about to go out. Wow. Nostalgic. There's a difference between minimalism and you have a couch from the thrift store and that's all you got. And a bed on the floor with a bunch of sneakers. I'm just telling y'all. It's a difference. It's a difference. Minimalism is different from what you see. You think people is practicing minimalism. No, some of these people is practicing brokeism. And if you was broke while the economy is good, God bless you when the economy goes bad. That's all I'm saying. I'm just telling you. Sitting on milk crates. They sitting on something. But I promise you, what you gonna learn in this class is who's hitters, who's making moves. Yeah, you see people walking. This is going to be something. You're going to see so many people lose weight. It's going to be crazy. Exactly. Forced minimalism versus minimalism by design. Exactly. You're seeing people who tell you one thing. And I promise you. To my course. Oh, I've already, listen. In the course. Oh, Credit Boss. Who's this? Might be able to add. I've got about 3 credit people coming on. So, winner is coming. Some people gonna be skiing, others gonna freeze to death. Yo, say that again. Put that hole back in their giraffes. Winter is coming. Some people are gonna be skiing, others gonna be freezing to death. Tony Robbins. Love it. 4 people need to put their pennies together. Oh, honey, they're already showing you people ain't putting these pennies together. They're already showing you they're not. So I don't know why people think they are. It's not gonna change. I lost 15 pounds running every day. You sure can. You can lose it. It's possible. That from stress and walking every day. Yeah, sneakers can resell. Listen, if your bed's on the floor and you got a house full of sneakers and you're like, I'm going to resell these sneakers, I'm still concerned. I'm so concerned for you. No, this is going to be my main mastermind group. This is going to be the main mastermind group. It's going to be the main class that I would recommend because the only other class I'm recommending is the YouTube course. Everybody in the YouTube course, and I meant to bring it up in the show, and I guess I'll bring it up now. If you realize what's happening on YouTube, all my people in the YouTube course, that's what we're going to talk about this week. The big ad sponsors bounced for this month. There's a lot of YouTubers going, hey, we didn't get our ads. Our sponsors walked away. Our sponsors left. And now all the things I've been talking about, how you actually have consulting, you have classes, how you build up an actual YouTube channel, how you actually connect with your audience. If you don't have an email list, you don't have a business, are coming true. And so I'm so glad I did my YouTube class when I did. It is spot on. Everything I'm teaching in there is spot on because guess what? I had a fabulous last month. I had a fabulous month before that. And guess what? All these YouTubers who were big money YouTubers making, one guy, I'm not going to say his name, but I thought he was making 20 grand a month. Come to find out, him and his family are making 8 grand a month, which is good, still good money. His wife don't work, kids stay home, they YouTube. That's good money. Come to find out, 2 of his sponsors pulled away, they broke. So he went out and asked all his audience, hey, if you guys could you donate to the channel? And guess what? I'm pretty sure hundreds of people did. I even donated $50 just because I was like, oh my God, like he's really hurt. Like he's really in a bad party. Uh-oh. Think the battery's about to die. But you can't say I didn't give y'all the best I could give you. So what you're going to learn out of this is a lot of YouTubers that been acting like they're balling out of control. Pay attention. Go Google some of these travel YouTubers. Go see where they at. Go see where some of these travel YouTubers are at. They're at home with their parents. I've been keeping up with some people's channels. They're at home with their parents. Trust me. I always do a couple check-ins, a couple months. There's some big name YouTubers right now who the one brother's getting married. The other one is not traveling. He's like, I'm going to still travel, y'all. Just because my brother getting married. No, y'all both getting older. Y'all not trying to travel like that. The other one got a job. He got a job, y'all. These famous traveling YouTube brothers. One's getting married, the other got a job. Okay? People just don't understand. You're going to find out who's building real businesses. And even if you have funky cash flow for a month, something happens, something's got your cash flow off, if you can come back, that shows you if you got a real business. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Black Heights. I'm telling you, they in the house with their parents. They not traveling like that. I'm just trying to keep it real. Because right now, people sitting here like, oh, your YouTube channel got all these numbers. But I can tell you I'm in groups where YouTubers with 50,000, 100,000 subscribers talking about they broke. And the sponsors done bounce. And I'm going to show people in the YouTube class, that's how you create affiliates. I'm going to show you how to create things. Because the people that know me are in my YouTube class, trust. All my affiliates are working. I only bring on people that bring value to the class. I only bring on people here who bring value to the YouTube channel. So those people always are going to offer something. Terry's stock course, value. Always tech class, value. Charm City buyers, anything they put together, value. And what you're going to see is a lot of people that haven't been putting together value, been putting together silly stuff. If they're not smart, if they don't set themselves up right in the next month, they're going to be hurt. They're going to be living off credit cards. Oh, whoops. They cut some of them credit cards too. Some of your credit card YouTubers. Credit cards cut. Okay? So, if you're willing to come join the 20% rise up before I make it a crazy price next week when I start running ads, jump in. I'm trying to do a nice thing to my audience that's always been loyal, that's been here. Jump in. Because I cannot break it down like I want. Like right now, I might go home and break it down a video for the class right now. Because I'm telling you, it's about to change and the table's moving. Are you willing to go make your own table? Are you willing to go build your own table? This is the time. So, all right, you guys. You guys have a great day. When I'm back in Chicago, lunch and dinner meet. Listen, my grandpa's in Chicago. We actually sold some of his rentals early this year and kept the other ones. And I'm glad we did because all the tenants paid. So anyways, you guys, this is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. I love every one of y'all. Thank you for coming on here. If you haven't gotten the class, get in it. If you haven't gotten the YouTube class, get in it. If you haven't, hit the like button. Hit the like button. I try to bring value every time I get on here, and I hope it helped you. All right, you guys. Later.